Hello guys, and welcome back to Club Dead. I'm Justin JT, and today I'm covering LEGO Zombie Survival Guide, a LEGO horror video made by LEGO King 71. The video's about a guide on how to survive the zombie apocalypse in 6 easy lessons. The video's good cause it's just simple in its production. So how many kills will this guide give us? Let's find out and get to the kills. The video begins with a YouTube channel intro, then a title card. We then get introduced to Zombie Hunter Joe and tells us how to survive the LEGO zombie apocalypse, starting with lesson 1, how to kill a zombie. Oh, that's simple. He then tells us that the only way to truly kill a zombie is to shoot it in the head, which destroys the brain, stopping the zombie in its track. But shooting a zombie anywhere else wouldn't kill the zombie. We then see a dude shoot a zombie into 2, but still gets killed by the 2-part zombie and added as the first kill of the video. We then get into lesson 2, gear. Joe then tells us that the following items are gear that should be worn during a zombie apocalypse. First item that should be worn is a gas mask, then a helmet, then a lightweight load carrying equipment, then a gun holster to keep your First Amendment weapons. How the fuck did a hawk get into the bunker? Then finally a backpack for inventory, and to keep a sentient map in there. He then reminds that you should have the following items for the zombie apocalypse. We then get a 360 view into lesson 3, weapons. He then brings out a machine gun and says that he believes that the machine gun is the best zombie slaying weapon because of its effectiveness in long range and short range. He then demonstrates its effectiveness by killing a zombie. Then he brings out a shotgun, also known as a boomstick. He then says that the shotgun provides lots of stopping power at short range, but sadly at long ranges, it's pretty much ineffective. He demonstrates by killing a zombie. He then brings out the pistols and says that it's a great secondary weapon too and can be very effective when inside buildings, but it only provides little stopping power at long ranges. He then shoots a zombie. Then we get the sniper rifle and tells us that it's probably the most effective gun when camped out inside of large buildings surrounded by zombies, but it would be dangerous to use the weapon at close range. He then shoots a zombie. We then have ammo, and that it shouldn't be wasted. We then have the RPG, which is very effective when slaughtering large hordes of zombies, which he uses to kill for zombies. Very cool explosion, by the way. We then have baseball bats and cricket paddles, which are very effective short-ranged weapons because of the lack of ammo usage and supplies enough crushing power to destroy the human skull, which is, if you don't know, will take 3,000 to 8,000 newtons of force for a baseball bat, and for cricket paddles, it will take 4,000 to 9,000 newtons of force in strong impact, which he uses to beat a zombie to death with a paddle. Then we have swords and other sharp objects, and says that they're not very effective melee weapons because they can get stuck in zombies' rotting flesh, which would provide a zombie a perfect opportunity to eat you, as he tries to decapitate a zombie, but gets eaten. We then get into lesson for shelter, as he tells us that the place to take shelter in a zombie apocalypse would be a multi-level office building, and that the reason of a multi-level office building is the best shelter cause you could cut off all stairways or elevators, and you could camp out in a high story for days with zombies being able to reach you. Just be careful if you see zombie Michael Scott in the building. He continues saying that an average two-story suburban is the second best place to live because of its great places for gardens and it can be easily fenced in. And for the mobile home, it's another great place to live cause if under attack from zombies, it can be hooked up to your truck and drive away. And for the hospital, he tells us that it's the worst place to go cause that is where most of the people infected with the zombie virus would go. We then get into lesson 5, food. He tells us that one important thing you should know about food is that you should use it wisely. And an example is if you're camped out in a suburban homemade, should grow food in your garden instead of using canned food, which can be used when on the go. We then get into the last lesson, lesson 6, vehicles. He tells us that a large pickup truck is the worst vehicle to have in a zombie apocalypse because it just guzzles gas, which would be rare. Then the motorcycle, which has good gas mileage. It's not very good because of the lack of haul space for supplies, and it would be very easily stopped by the zombies. And the best vehicle to have is a car because of its average gas mileage, and it can haul lots of supplies. Joe then says that if you followed all of his lessons and tips, you should be an expert zombie survivalist. The video ends with the credits rolling. So that's the end of that video. So did Zombie Hunter Joe guide us with the kills? Let's find out and get to the numbers. But first let me give y'all a lesson of my own. Lesson 7, be fucking creative with your weapons. In the event of a lack of weapons in an area, you have to be creative with what you can find. For example, I have a cannon and brick walls. Put them together.
Brick wall cannon.
Ta-da! Now I can aim it and launch it at zombies. Boom, baby. So that's my lesson. Let me get to the numbers now. 11 people died in LEGO Zombie Survival Guide. The victims were 9 zombies, and only 2 male victims, giving us this mostly zombie pie chart with some blue in there. We've seen this number for times before on Club Dead, with the most recent one being the Iceologger, and with a runtime of 4 minutes and 40 seconds. We get a kill about every 24 seconds. Obsidian Chainsaw will go to the 4 zombies that were killed in the RPG explosion, cause it was cool. And there won't be a dirt knife cause all the other kills were basic, but aren't deserving of the Dirt Knife Award. So that's it. LEGO Zombie Survival Guide was posted onto YouTube in August 2011. And for a video that's almost 15 years old. Yeah, to the fans of that video, y'all are angst now. It still holds up, so shout out to the creator of that video. But until then, I'm Justin JT, and be fun, people.
On the next kill count.